hope everybody's having a good day. I just wanted to jump on here for a few. I don't think did I make a video yesterday? I don't remember. But looks like Irma has left the southern shores and Harvey's gone and Jose doesn't know what he wants to do. So anyway, I hope that everybody can soon go home. I'm still praying for everybody. Let's go on to something else better. One thing good is our weather is a little bit chillier right now. This time of the year, we are still, well, actually, August and September are our hottest months. And we have been staying in the 60s and 70s, low 80s. And what contributed to that was Irma and Harvey. Irma is, the meteorologist is saying that Irma is making her last goodbyes here in the Ohio Valley. She's brought a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, and but she's dissipating here in the Ohio Valley, and we needed the rain. The pollen count's really high, and it's hard to live in Kentucky if you're not used to it. It rains havoc on your allergies. When I first moved here, I'm from California, so when I first moved here, I got really sick. And now when I look back at it, it was my allergies. And so if you're not used to living here, then you're going to have problems with your allergies. And my husband has lived here for 5 years. So, almost 6. So he has still, he's getting a little bit, I think he's getting used to it. He sees acupuncture, and I can see a difference since he sees an acupuncturist. And so yeah, it just takes a little bit to get used to our weather. And you know, we get a lot of humidity, a lot. You can open up the door and it feels like you hit a brick wall, literally. So you know, we really needed the rain. When Harvey came up this way, he brought a lot of wind, and a lot of flooding showers that just were relentless. And so, you know, we needed a good rain, and they're saying it's going to rain today and tomorrow, and we'll probably stop tomorrow night. There's a lot of things changed my husband's mind about leaving Kentucky. I guess he's just going to get used to living here. Anyway, so I got a call from my doctor's office, and usually they send me a letter, or sometimes I'll just go on my chart, because Norton Hospital has my chart, and the Louisville, Jewish, and Newville hospitals all have Follow My Health. And so I go there for those doctors and hospitals, and then I go to my chart, which has all of my Norton Hospital, and doctors. And so I kind of thought about looking it up, but I wasn't in too big of a hurry. And so I get a phone call, and I call them back. And because usually if they're just going to give me a phone call and tell me, oh, your blood work's fine, it's in the chart now, you can look at it, they'll leave a voicemail. Well, they did left a voicemail, but it's gone back. So I called them back, and what they told me is, 1, you're anemic. I said, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, I've always been anemic. I'm going to stay anemic, because I have Crohn's. There's something always in there that's bleeding. 2, I had very high sugar. And when I went in, I didn't have anything. So they think I'm diabetic. So 3, my lipid panel. She's always running lipid panels on me. Because of all the medications I'm on, because of all the medications I have been on. And if anybody on here has Crohn's disease, you know about all of our medications that we have been on, chemotherapy, drugs, biologics, blockers, all of them. So they keeps up with my lipid panel. And the lipid panel keeps up with your cholesterol. When you get a TPN, they check your lipid panel. And the reason for that is because, one, lipids are not, how do I put this? They're low on lipids. And so they do blood work on you every day. And, or that's how it was whenever I got TPN. They didn't give you lipids every day because they needed to see what your level was. And it wasn't readily available. It wasn't. So if you didn't need it, then you just got the banana bag with all the minerals and vitamins and everything you needed that you couldn't provide yourself. So lipids is cholesterol. Well, I have enough for me and somebody else and a kid. It's 2.5 times more than what it should be. And that has me concerned. And the reason why it has me concerned is, well, 1, I could have a stroke. 2, I could have a heart attack. And cholesterol builds up plaque in your blood, and that's what causes these things. And so I'm pretty too young to be having these symptoms and all that. And I think part of that is contributed to the weight gain and how hard it's been for me to get it back off after I've had the Entyvio. So, I mean, I'm not going to go off suing anybody. It's stupid. I know my risk, and, you know, we take a risk every day. So, I'm just going to live with it and get on medications and more medications to add to my daily dosages or whatever, or, you know, so that's my news for today. Oh, no, wait a minute, that's not all of it. So, you know, with the enterogastric stimulator, I had to go through a pre-approval process. And with that approval process, they had to send, my doctor's office had to send in all my testing, all my results, everything. And they did everything. And they approved it for the pre one. And they approved it for this one. And they paid 100% of the last one. But they're not paying for this one. I done called and griped out Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I called the pre-cert, but the manager wasn't there. So tomorrow I call the pre-cert office and talk to her because she's got my paperwork, and have her help me with the appeal process. And if I can't get anything done there, I'm going to talk to the billing department. And my husband works for Ford, so I've had to do this once before, and that was on the temporary, because first they said they were going to pay for it, and then they said they weren't. So I went to benefits and I got it paid. So if I had to, I'll go to benefits again and do it. It's ridiculous that something somebody needs to have a better life, to make you feel better, you can't, that they don't want to pay for it. I'm not sure if Blue Cross Blue Shield pays for abortions or not, but if they pay for abortions and don't want to pay for something to help somebody live, then that's pretty sick. Because you know that they were supposed to, the insurance companies are supposed to pick up and pay for people having abortions on our dime. So I did do a little bit today. I vacuumed. I got the laundry out. And folded it and put it away and cleaned up the bathroom and pulled the garbage out for my husband to take out when he gets home from work. And now I'm just tired and my stomach hurts and just feel blah. Because now I'm a little bit upset over all this crap, and there's nothing you can do about it. I always stay so dehydrated. I have no moisture. My skin stays so dry because I have no moisture because of dehydration. When I tried to go back to work, I had a hard time staying dehydrated. I would sneak drinks in residence rooms because ileostomy and running up and down the hallways. I stay thirsty all the time because my ostomy puts out more fluids than what I put in. And so you know your input and your output is supposed to be balanced. Well, if my output's more than what I put in, that's not good. And so I stay very dehydrated. I put my hand on something and you never see it because there's no oil, nothing in my hands. It's just dry. My skin stays dry. My legs itch. I'm always scratching at something. What is that? Nivea? I think it's Nivea. In the blue bottle. I like that. It's thick. And I usually use quite a bit of it when I put it on. Out of the bathtub, out of the shower, put it straight on. Now during winter, I'll get some baby oil. Excuse me, I don't usually do this. Anyway, so after I get out of the shower, while my body's still wet. I don't use a washcloth for anything but for my face. I have one of those, those crunchy thingies. And so I'll use the washcloth, rinse it out real good, and put baby oil on it. And then I'll wipe my body with it. And I'll keep putting more oil on it because I want more oil all over my body. And that way I hold in the moisture. And then to go even further, I'll put on a lotion over that. And it works. It does. It works real well. My feet, my heels get very, very dry. And I got one of those pedicure things, and I'll do my heels. And then I've got this, it's called Udder Balm. And that's what it's really for, is for cow's udders. But you can buy it in the store for your body, and it works wonders. And so sometimes I put some Vaseline on my feet and put that over it, and then put some socks on, and that really works really well because it puts moisture back in your feet. So anyway, when I tried to go back to work, I was excited. I wanted to go back to work, and because I didn't feel like I had a purpose, and my purpose was to work and take care of geriatric patients because I loved them. I don't know if it's probably because both my parents are gone. I had no grandparents, and so I adopted all of them. And it hurt me because I couldn't do my job anymore. I went in to work with bowel obstructions, and I would work for as long as I could, and I'd have somebody else listen to my stomach, and no bowel sounds. So I'm gone. I'm going to the hospital, and it wasn't I didn't want to do the job. I couldn't do it anymore. And in order for me to be able to work, I would first have to be reliable. Second, I would have to be able to make what I was making or more before I left. Before I took any medical leaves or medical resignations or any of those. And I couldn't go back into nursing now because I've already stopped all the training courses again, and it would cost me too much. And my body couldn't take it. Being dehydrated all the time, it's not fun, because when you become really, really dehydrated, it affects your whole body. It makes you tired, it makes you nauseous. Your skin gets even more dry. Your urinary tract, your kidneys. For me, when I'm really, really, really dehydrated, I feel like that I have a really, really bad urinary tract infection, and I have an energetic bladder, and I do not. I use catheters, but when you use a catheter and there's like a couple of drips and that's it, then you don't have a urinary tract infection, unless you can tell in the drops that there's some bacteria or something in it. But sometimes I'll run a bag of fluid out. sometimes I run a bag of fluid a little bit quicker than I normally would to hurry up and get that fluid in me, because I'd be in so much pain and hurt. And because I'm dehydrated. My body is so dehydrated that it has nothing in it. And it hurts me. It hurts me bad. So, yeah. I couldn't continue it. And then, they did random drug testings, because they don't do it upon, well, my last job, they didn't do it upon hiring. And so the nurse that did the hiring and everything, I told her, I said, well, you know, I don't remember if I had it then or not. I know I had some of these other ones. Because Lamodal is a opiate. And I think I still have some Percocets. And that's an opiate. And anyway, so I had told her, I'm like, I said, I'm always in and out of the hospital. I'm always getting pain medicine. I take this for this and this for that and blah, blah, blah. And I said, so, at any given time that you can do a drug test on me, I'm just going to put this down, because I don't know when I may or may not be at the hospital, or, I've got some of this on me now, and if I get really, really sick, then I can take it. So, as long as they knew that I've written it down, and that I had taken it, or I can show proof, they were fine. But they did it randomly, and they said it was my day. So she wanted a sample, urine sample. Well, she didn't ask me for it before I went on lunch, because I just went to the bathroom. So for over an hour, I sat in the office until I could pee again. I drank, and I drank, and I drank, and I drank. And I told her, I said, the bad thing is that that's not going, now all this isn't going to my kidneys, it's coming right out of my bag. She said, no, I forgot about that. So, didn't matter. I ain't had nothing in me that I wasn't supposed to have in me, so. But, job, I loved it there. I liked working with the people. They made it fun. I worked there, agency, years ago, and I loved it then. I was making really good money there. I was working agency. Then they went agency free. Most of our nursing homes have gone agency free, because it's cheaper to pay their employees more than it is to have agency. Because if you pay agency, okay, if I'm getting paid $18, $19 through agency, what are they paying the agency? I just want to think about. So, anyway, they just hired more people and got rid of agency. I don't even think there's even an agency open now, except for home health care. Anyways, I look up there, I thought it wasn't recording. So, one of my favorite shows came on last night, but I'm aggravated. I like watching those 90 Day Fiance or 90 Day Married or whatever it's called, and then the 90 Day What Now or something like that. But what irritates me is that they show, the first 15 minutes, they show what happened the last 15 minutes in the show before? Well, the show before, last night's show, showed before that one. It's so stupid. I want to see what happened. They could have. They had put the last 15 minutes on the beginning of the show. Crazy. I think that show is kind of crazy too. I mean, maybe some of those people are okay. But to meet somebody in another country and bring them back here, I think some of them are using Americans to get their green card to come over here. So they get the first 2 years, and after that, then they get 10 years. I don't know. I watched 2 of them break up. Marriages break up. And it makes you think that, yeah. And other people are like, well, you guys just used them or whatever, so. I did some laundry and I vacuumed a little bit. And now that's about all I do anymore. Well, I'm gonna get off here. My husband's gonna be walking through the door and he's gonna be hungry. So I'm gonna get this edited and pulled up on YouTube. And you guys please subscribe and like and pass me around. Have a good night.